This recently discovered hybrid star appears to have a spinning stellar skeleton like that of a pulsar, while also hiding an intense internal magnetic field like that of a magnetar. The new hybrid star will help the team to understand more about the interior of neutron stars.
The energy associated with some of these bursts are up to 100 times or even 1,000 times more than a supernova.
And so they called them hypernova stars. But how could such supernovas really exist?
Most of the energy of a supernova goes off in one narrow cone, and if we happen to lie along the axis of the cone, we see the gamma ray burst, we see the hypernova.
So a hypernova is just a supernova that's pointed directly at you. And it'd be great to see one in our own galaxy. But none have detonated anywhere nearby since the invention of the telescope. There are some stars quite nearby that could become Type 2 supernovas literally at any moment. The massive star Betelgeuse, yes, that's really how you say it. It's a glorious red supergiant at the shoulder of Orion, and it's about to pop. As is Antares, deep in the heart of Scorpius.
Both of them are amongst the largest stars that we know. These things are more than 100 times bigger than our sun, right in the last stages of their evolution.
What is called a thermo
Unlike with some Hollywood films, a sequel of a movie from NASA's Chandra X-ray Observatory is better than the first. The star of this Chandra movie is the Vela pulsar, a neutron star that was formed when a massive star collapsed. The Vela pulsar is about 1,000 light-years from Earth, spans about 12 miles in diameter, and makes a complete rotation in 89 milliseconds, which is faster than a helicopter rotor. As the pulsar whips around, it spews out a jet of charged particles that race along the pulsar's rotation axis at about 70% the speed of light. The new Chandra data, which were obtained from June to September 2010, suggest that the jet may be slowly wobbling or precessing as it spins. The first Chandra movie of Vela came out in 2003, but its shorter and unevenly spaced exposures did not provide clear evidence for precession of the pulsar. If the Vela saga becomes a trilogy, maybe more secrets of this exotic object will be revealed.